All right. Now, you brought this story. What's going on here?
Put my glasses on.
Ramaswamy.
Put your glasses on. I wanted to talk about Kim's friend, Ramaswamy.
Shumakama.
When he's in different, not workshops, but different opportunities where people can ask questions and stuff. There are other people who probably feel the way we feel. Do you not experience? Do you just shining and glowing and making it really? So the women on The View caught this clip of him in some different, I forgot what event it was, but one of the voters, she read him, and I wanted to play this to show that everybody, some people think the way we think about him.
Okay,
go ahead.
Oh, here's the clip.
Let's talk about your lack of job qualifications. You're not qualified to become the principal of my children's school of only 1,000 students. You're not qualified to be the select board of my town with a population of 16,000 people. And you're definitely not qualified to run for the highest office of our nation to govern 330 million Americans. We Americans should stop thinking that rich men who fund their campaigns and manipulate us into thinking that they're smart or savvy are qualified for the presidency, to receive the codes to launch nuclear weapons, and to become the commander-in-chief of our military forces.
So she says his private.
He responded that he's an outsider who is not beholden to super PAC money. Somebody else had that same rap.
Heard that before.
So you want us
That's
to put...
how Trump tried to run.
Right, you want us to put another moron in the White House.
Businessman that don't know nothing. Barely his business. Because Ramaswamy, they're saying, was deceitful even as a businessman himself. So yeah, he's walking in the footprints of Trump.
I watched him. I agree with Nikki Haley. Every time I listen to him speak, I feel dumber and dumber. Remember Nikki Haley said that?
I know.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
And the thing that I don't like about him, I watched him on...
his numbers are rising.
I know, because he's the next Trump. And people feel like if Trump goes to prison or jail, he'll be the next
in his
one.
shoes too.
I told you how they forced to vote for him. I don't want to vote for no Ramaswamy. You have to. He said he would pardon Trump. What? Remember I told you that. We went through the whole thing.
You sure did. Yeah.
Well, if I'm forced to, I guess I will. That's they forced. They be kicking and screaming to go to the thing to vote for him.
Sure, Trump. You need to do your homework, Trump.
So the thing with him is I watched him on some other debate, and he actually had the nerve to defend why Donald Trump should be pardoned. And even if he committed a crime, it doesn't matter, because let the American people decide.
Does he not know the crime that Trump committed?
He kept saying the American people should decide, not the Department of Justice. So let's just go back to the 1800s and let the American people decide, should we have slavery or not? You're a bonehead.
You are.
That's why we have laws.
Yes.
America, people, period.
And wars,
I'm sorry to tell you this.
That Civil War was one of the reasons.
I hate to tell you this, but people are stupid. That's why we have laws. You don't leave things up to people. You think we should have speeding laws? No, just let people drive as fast as they want to.
If we left things up to people, though, the popular votes, most of the people would have won for certain things.
Thank you.
We got electoral votes that kind of like rule that popularity.
Guess what we go by, Kemosabe? We go by the Constitution of the United States of America.
Does he even know the Constitution of the United States? Because he didn't start voting, they said, for recently?
Recently, 2020.
So he really may not even know the amendments, the Constitution,
he doesn't know anything.
Preamble, all of that.
All he knows is to put mousse in his hair, to make his hair go high when it's time to have a debate.
And his little charisma speaking
people
as a businessman.
fall for charisma.
Yes.
That's how they do with Trump.
Yes.
They fall for charisma. He can say the dumbest things in the world, but if he says it and he's funny and he's humorous, People fall for it. You think we're going to leave that up to the American people?
He looks good saying it. Oh, he looks good. He looks good. But do you hear what he's saying? It doesn't matter. He just looks good. He looks good saying it.
Yes.
He's in good shape. He's a tall, handsome man.
Yes.
He can represent our country. We want somebody that looks good.
Yes.
So
no. And that lady was absolutely correct.
She went down her little list.
You are not even fit to be on the school
Of
board.
her
the principal of a school board.
And that's just 1,000 kids.
I mean, the principal or over the school board.
How you gonna be a commander in chief over 300 million people?
But it's falling on dead ears because she's saying stuff to him. You can say that to Trump.
Yeah.
And then trust you with our national secrets. This guy's at a cocktail party telling about how our submarines work.
Yeah.
You know, we can drive. I was looking at some documents. I was sitting on the toilet reading them. The documents I'm not supposed to have.
Exactly.
And it says that our submarines could get this amount of inches or whatever to Russia. And they don't even know that we're there. Now, once we go past that point, talking to some guy who has nothing to do with anything.
You know, but it's so funny because I'm thinking when Trump was in office, I'm thinking, remember we used to have those farms that we took care of on Facebook? Or the little territories. It's like a game.
That's what they think it is.
This is a game
These
to
are
them.
people's
Strategic
lives.
moves and press that button. I can get a hammer as my weapon. I can get a gun. This is a game.
God gonna judge them. And he's gonna judge the House of Representatives and all of the elected officials. Yes. Because you playing with people's lives.
Thank you.
You talking about shutting the government down. It's people who they won't have any money. We saw M say it affect her if the government gets shut down.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was pretty surprised when he was on The View. He actually spoke. He said a lot of the people in these positions in the Senate and all of that, they don't care about the people.
They don't care.
He said, you are working for the people.
They forget that.
Understand what the people want. What do your people want? Your jurisdiction, your state, your location.
They forget about that.
God, that's one thing I did agree with him.
Yeah.
And he said, one of the things he said, I tried to pass what I could, but I worked with the other side to try to get ideas on how we both can make it.
I tried to be the Terminator. Yeah. Come with me if you want to live.
If you want to live. Yes.
I was acting like I was in my movies and it didn't work.
Right. But he even tooted his own horn, and what things he did, he was able to pass.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, if this was a movie, I mean in real life, the way his movies is, he could pull up like the Terminator, the good Terminator, have his hand out of a truck saying, come with me if you want to live. And Donald Trump can pull up next to him in a clown car and say, come to me if you want to. Come with me and Obama if you want to live. Obama's not in the car. It doesn't matter. Come with me and the invisible man next to me if you want to live. These nut jobs will go with him in the clown car.
They sure would. And he'll go right over the cliff.
Dun, 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 dun. It'd be a clown car over clown car. Jordan is the next clown car. I'm picking up some more passengers. All of them going over the cliff in clown cars.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. So, oh well.
So you can't leave it up to people. People are stupid.
Go ahead.
So, very good idea. Very good point that she said.
Ramaswamy.
And he didn't have nothing to say next to it.
His comment that Trump said when he was running.
Same thing.
You have no experience. You're just a businessman.
I'm against the establishment. Okay, all right. You're against the establishment.
And had we known now what we knew, if we knew then what we know now, that he was still doing things unethical with his business. So
this man was not only saying, because they tried to say that, well, you can embellish the price of stuff. He was saying the square footage was off too.
Way off.
He would have something, let's just make up a square footage of 1,000. He say that is 3,000.
3,000. That's really puffing it up. I can see if you say 1,200. You bump it up like 200, 300. Not 3,000 more. Really?
They make excuses for him.
No.
I told you clown cars. So Kumakami, no. Nobody's voting for you. All right.
Oh my goodness.
And then for those of you, so we don't get flooded in the comment section, you're racist. You're making fun of his name. Yeah, I am. Because he doesn't believe in white supremacy.
She says,
so he thinks that white supremacy is a unicorn. So his name is a unicorn.
So smear his name.
Kumakana's name is a unicorn.
Ramaswamy. So I had to remind him who we are talking about. All right. Go ahead.
Well,
what's going on with this?
Separated at the border. U.S. government agrees to a settlement with migrant